What's up, everyone? Chris Record here, and welcome to Affiliate Marketing Day 5. Today, I'm going to dive deep into some actual advertising and promotional campaigns that I've done and really walk through like the thought process around it, the journey. I'm going to start big. We're going to start with a campaign I ran that did $5 million. Then we're going to go a little bit slow. We're going to go a little bit lower. We're going to talk about a campaign I did that did $2 million. Then we're going to go to another campaign I ran that I think did $300,000 something dollars. Then we're going to step back into some really basic, simple campaigns that I still do to this day, that I'll promote something and make $5,000 a month recurring, and then promote another thing, $5,000 a month recurring, promote another thing, $5,000 a month recurring, to try to build up that base. So at the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down off the mountain. We're going to basically show you there is a kingdom with a castle at the top of that mountain waiting for you. And then we're going to descend all the way down to base camp. Base camp is making your first $1, making your first $20, making your first $100, making your first $1,000. So then we're going to go back down to base camp. But the thing about the journey is, if we can't visualize the destination, if we can't see ourselves there, if we don't know that there's a kingdom up there, if we don't know there's a castle at the end of this road or where we're going, then it's easy to lose motivation. It's easy to lose focus. And so part of the reason why I want to do that backwards is called the backwards blueprint. I want to take you backwards on the journey to be able to really give you some ideas, be able to get your mind going. So some of the things I'm going to be talking about today is, number one, the first thing we're going to talk about is going to be Shopify. And these are going to be offers that I promoted in the past. I'm just going to walk you through a few. Number one, I'm going to walk you through Shopify. Number two, I'm going to walk you through OMG. Number three, I'm wearing this shirt that says HempWorks. This is a company that I ran an affiliate promo for. They gave me the shirt. So I'm going to put HempWorks. Okay. So we're going to start with those three. And then we're going to kind of go down. So this is like 5 million. This was like 2 million. And this was like 300, 400,000 in that range or something like that. And all of them were done with a similar strategy, a very similar but very different strategy. Obviously, very different results too. Now, after we get through these things, if we have more time, I'll save this space to be able to break down more examples. But essentially, what you're going to notice is you're going to identify there's a pattern that I use. There is a method to my madness. Am I mad? Of course. We all know this by now. You guys hang out with me every single day. You already know I'm crazy. There's a method to my madness. So you guys just look at it as disorganized chaos. Can you believe it's actually organized chaos? It's complete chaos. I agree. But it's actually strategic chaos. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Things you wouldn't think have a purpose actually have a deeper purpose. It's like I'm embedding things into everything I'm doing. So I'm going to do this. First thing I'll do is I'll talk about each one. I'll summarize it, and then I'll actually show you. Or maybe I'll even put it up in the background. I like having the faces up, but I don't mind throwing some stuff up in the background. And maybe maybe I will throw something up in the background this time. Let me grab a screen and let me share it. I'm going to give ourselves some background candy here, kind of help with my story talking about it. Let's share my screen. Okay, so this right here is the first thing I want to talk about. The 90-day e-com challenge. Now, this was a challenge that I ran for a company called Shopify. Okay? The company's called Shopify. What we're going to do is we're going to search Shopify affiliate program just to kind of show you. Okay? So Shopify has an affiliate program. We'll just kind of show it to you right here. So a lot of sites have an affiliate program. You gotta like just Google the name and the word affiliate, and usually you can find their affiliate program. That's how I find most of them. So essentially you just go sign up to be an affiliate, right? And so you can apply, you kind of learn a little bit more about it. You can kind of see some of their affiliates. By the way, it's my friend Adrian right here. Somebody I actually know. Ezra I know as well. I probably know the other people I'm just forgetting right now. But then you kind of get some questions here. How are things tracked? What is the commission structure? You know, it's called a fixed bounty. So what they do is they just pay you a one-time fee for everybody you refer. You kind of learn a little bit about it and whatnot. So anyways, all of these sites have affiliate programs, right? So I signed up for this affiliate program. Now, the way the Shopify affiliate program works is they don't pay you anything when you sign up a trial. When you refer somebody that does a free trial for like 14 days, you don't earn anything. But once that person becomes a paid member at either, back when I promoted it, it was like a $40 or $80 a month plan. We could probably look up what it is these days. But when I promoted it was like 40 and 80. Another way I look up prices, I'll usually just type in the company name and the word pricing. 40. I think it's 40 and 100 now. This used to be 79. It used to be 39 and 79. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that must have raised. Or maybe I was giving them a discount. I can't remember. This is back in 2016. So the idea is I want to look at a product, I want to look at the affiliate program, and I want to look at the pricing model. The reason this is important to me is the very first thing I'm trying to determine is which pricing model of this options is the right one for my audience. So I'm going to go down here. Is my audience medium to large businesses? Maybe. This would be a great audience to build. I mean, if I wanted to strategically focus on building an audience of medium to large businesses, then you could probably make a lot of money, but there's less of them out there. Then this one here is for small businesses. That's $105 a month. And this one here is for individuals and small businesses. Now, this one probably makes the most sense. Individuals is for me, that's my audience. I basically help beginners make money online. So if I wanted to promote Shopify, my methodology works a little bit something like this. Is Shopify a good product for my audience? How could it be? Why would my audience like this? What would they like? So I am investigating and looking for an offer. Next, I'm going to research the Shopify affiliate program. How much do they pay? How quickly do they pay? What is there caps or is there bonuses? Is there a way to earn more? I might even send their affiliate manager email. I'll Google them. I'll Google who's the affiliate team. I'll look for a support page on their affiliate page and I'll say, hey, I have a few questions about your affiliate program. Do you have a link available to schedule a Zoom with you? That's pretty much what I generally ask. Do you have a link available where I could schedule a Zoom with you? And then they usually do. Most affiliate managers will jump on and I'll just say 15-minute Zoom. Can we schedule a 15-minute Zoom where I can learn a little bit more about your program? They'll usually do it. I get a one-on-one Zoom and then I could just have some questions ready. Are there any opportunities if I sell a lot? Okay, so you pay this amount. Let's say like hypothetically, okay, for every $40 sign up I get, you're paying me $120. So you're essentially paying me 3 months worth of bounty. You're basically saying you'll front me 3 months, 100% on the first 3 months, and then you keep the rest. Okay, cool. What if I send you 100 people, 200 people, 500 people? Can I get more? If I sent you 100 people that were all active and you guys like my stats, could I increase that bounty? I'll start with this one, but could I increase it? What if I do 200, 300, 400? So what I'll do is I'll have that conversation. I'll ask questions. How long do I get paid? Can you give me a different bonus to add? I know you have a 14-day trial. Can I get a 30-day trial? So it's important when you're signing up for affiliate programs, if you're going to promote yourself, you are the negotiator. You are the person responsible for these deals. You're the person responsible for making that happen. So if you're promoting, if you're using like somebody else's existing funnel like mine, you don't got nothing to worry about. Just sign up, swap your link. But if you're going to be an affiliate marketer, don't just sign up for programs. Sign up, get in contact with the affiliate manager, ask questions, find out what's out there. Don't promise anything. Don't say, okay, I for sure I'm going to send you this amount of sales. Don't promise anything. You want to know, like for example, if they got a 14-day trial, ask them for a 30. Say, you know what, right now, I'm not in need of immediate income. I would rather give my customers more value. So I don't mind waiting to get paid a little bit longer. I'd like to give them a 30-day trial. Would you be willing to give me a 30-day trial? Or here's another popular one I always ask for. Can you give me a 25% off discount? That's my favorite thing to ask for. Can you give me a coupon code with a 25% off discount? Now, what this does is two things. One, if they actually say yes, boom, I just hooked my people up. My people are now more likely to buy the product through me than through a competitor because they can get it 25% off. If you're shopping for a car, you're more likely, if the same exact BMW is at this dealership and this dealership, the same car, same make, same model, same mileage, but this one's 25% off, your loyalty is to the price, right? So at the end of the day, I'd rather have that competitive advantage with 25% off. Now, the worst thing they're going to say is no, but even when they say no, they're likely going to give me an alternate discount. They're going to say, you know what? We can't do 25%, but we could do 10% if that works for you. And basically, no matter what they say, I'm just going to say yes, because what I did was I just won the negotiation. I just won. I went to a company, and instead of signing up as an affiliate like everybody else did, I signed up as an affiliate and plus got extras. Now, this sets me aside from everybody. And you guys might be thinking, oh, Chris, well, you're using your brand or your experience to negotiate. Sometimes, but not rarely. Like there are sometimes I do need to throw my weight around. For example, when I negotiated with Shopify for this deal, I knew I was going to do a massive promotion. So before promoting, I told the affiliate manager, his name was Adam, I said, I want to fly to Canada to your corporate headquarters. It's on me. I want to fly out there and I want to meet you and I want to meet the CEO of the company. And he's like, well, the CEO is going to be a little tough, but I get you the COO. Right? So I flew all the way out there to Canada. I filmed a vlog while I did it too. And I even put it in a rap video. But I flew all the way out there and I met up with them, and right there at the table, I just held my own ground, right? I held my ground. I just talked big about what we're going to do. We could do music. I got this idea for the Shopify challenge. We could do big things. I'm willing to do it with you instead of a competitor, and I'm willing to sink in and give you a lot of deals, but I need a bigger deal. I can't do it at this price that you're offering everybody else. The affiliate manager said he could bump me up to $250 per person I send, but I want more than that. Now, here's what I'm willing to offer to make it easy for you. Start me at $250, which is already above. I already negotiated out with the affiliate manager. His wiggle room had some room. He was already willing to pay me more. I said, listen, I'll start there. I'll do $250, but give me a tier scale that says if I sign up this amount of members each month, then after the first 100 accounts, it goes from $250 to the next 100 accounts are $300 per what's called CPA. They're going to front me $300 for every person that pays the thing. The next 100 accounts for the month are $350. The next 100 accounts are $400. The next 100 accounts are $450. The next 100 accounts are $500. So I said, give me a tiered schedule like that. And that enforces that I have to make that many sales in a calendar month before that even kicks in. So it's tiered, dollar cost average. I did the math. Mike, they say they can't see me.
Yeah, you're sharing a screen.
So real quick, so when the screen's sharing, you can't toggle to me?
I'm still on you. The recording will still be good.
Oh, got it.
He just messaged me right
All
now.
right. Let me tell you guys real quick on a side note, even if you're watching on demand, I don't want to clip this out. So sometimes you guys won't be able to see me live when I'm talking to the camera. So it's a live experience. Sometimes when you guys are live, you won't be able to see me and I'm talking to the camera and Mike is over there filming me and stuff like that, going back and forth and I see him. But it looks really good with the screen shared in the background, like the big Shopify logo. So just kind of keep that in mind that sometimes the live viewing experience, you may not see me, but it will be available in the replay. I wanted to put that out there. Okay, so I don't mind. I'll leave you guys up. You guys were just really what that was is you guys just got in live chat. You guys just wanted your faces back up there. Let's be honest. Who started this trend? Who started this thing of saying, hey, come on, get Chris, stop sharing the screen. We want ourselves back up there. I get it. So, big picture. I know I want to do business with Shopify. I start by negotiating with the affiliate manager. I reach the ceiling. I negotiate. Let me get a certain trial deal. Let me get a certain bonus if I get a bunch of sales. And I reach a ceiling and I go, you know what? I feel like I could go really big with this. I fly on a plane to another country and I go to their office. That level of commitment, guaranteed, I'm walking out of there with at least $50 more per sale, okay? they're at least going to say, hey, just for the effort alone, flying out here, here's an extra 50%. Guaranteed they're going to do something since I went through all that effort. So yes, sometimes I will throw my weight around for deals. And that is, for an all transparency, that is what I did here. The only reason I was able to do a multi-million-dollar promotion was because I flew out there and negotiated a deal. Now, what deal did I negotiate? I'm going to show you a couple pieces of the deal that I negotiated and let you be the judge as to how crazy I am for this deal, but it made millions of dollars. So can you really argue with my madness? Like, at the end of the day, let's be honest. It doesn't matter, right? It pretty much worked if that's what happened. Okay, so let me kind of pull this up really quick. I'm going to pull up a YouTube video first. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Sorry, guys, I'm going to kick you off the screen again. I'm going to share my screen. I'm just pulling up a YouTube video. And I'm going to walk you guys through this promotion. Okay, so this is part of the agreement I made with them was I would do a Shopify wrap. So I did this Shopify wrap right here. We don't need to fully play it, but like
custom t-shirts, Shopify.
Okay, so I'm just like cruising down the hallway on a little, what are those hoverboard things? I'm cruising down the hallway on a hoverboard, and I'm just rapping about Shopify. And I'm just kind of cruising through, and if you kind of like look at this,
You get them wholesale up on Holly with this team.
and I'm rapping about drop shipping and all kinds of stuff, you know, showing all kinds of cool stuff inside of here. I got Adrian Morrison, who I just told you about. There's the Morrison brothers. Those are the guys that are featured on Shopify. So I teamed up. Like, that's Adrian Morrison. I teamed up and got them in the video as well. Just kind of showing the Morrison brothers, and I'm just kind of cruising with them. You actually got Ty Lopez's Lambo sitting right there. And the idea is that I basically said, here's what I'm willing to do for this promotion. I'm willing to, let's create some edutainment. I will create a music side of the promotion, and then I will create a training side of the promotion. Now, let's go to the training side of the promotion, because that part was also very interesting. And honestly, I didn't really need the music side, although if I could find it, it did really, really well. Like here on this is what, YouTube or something like this? This did okay. 542,000 views. Yeah, okay, fine, it did okay. 542,000 organic views, right? Without running paid ads. I guess that's decent. But let me pull up, I'm going to pull up an actual Facebook one, and I'm going to show you, basically how crazy this is. So first things first, I'm going to pull it up without, I don't like doing it live. So I'm going to pull up Shopify wrap on Facebook, and there's some cool stuff. So here, I'll just pull up this really quick. Now I'll share my screen here. Okay, so I just searched Shopify wrap and this came up. So I don't know how easy this is to find. So, sorry guys. Sorry, hold on. Where'd you go? There we go. Okay, so I just searched Shopify wrap on Facebook. I don't know if you guys are able to find this or not, but that was my videographer posting. Okay, here we go. Shopify wrap, so like 4.3 million views here. So this really did well on Facebook. 4.3 million views on Facebook, another 500,000 on YouTube, promoting the Shopify wrap. So that went pretty good. It was a lot of fun to be able to make. And then we've got the 90-day e-com challenge. Okay, so now this was the training side. This side right here is the side where I actually taught. So I created something called the 90-day e-com challenge, and we got up to 53,000 members. There's probably a lot more. But what how many member requests we have? Another 1,300 members just sitting there unapproved. But anyways, yeah, so we did this, and just to kind of give you an example, like look at this, like 90 days in a row without taking a day off, Saturdays, Sundays, and everything. Every single day, we're basically just teaching every single day. Every single day, just going live on Facebook. All these are Facebook lives. Just going live. Every single day on Facebook, just going live the whole entire time, right? Just going live every single day for 90 days straight. And you kind of get an example right here. Here I'm going live. I'm just typing into a Google Doc and just showing people how to go, how to be able to go and get set up. You know, just show them how to set up their store. It's just literally all I'm doing right there. Just showing them how to set up their store and go in, right? Showing them how to get a domain name, how to create a logo, how to go and create their store, how to add products. So you kind of see like the ending of the store there starting to look pretty good. And it started out as like a blank store. Yeah, see, I had some images, some backgrounds. There you go. See, it's like coming together. The whole thing is like coming together, right? And so this is just an example is this challenge group. I want you to understand the concept here because this was super powerful. I created this, all of this training was free. This costs nothing, absolutely zero to join. All this training was free. So let me break down my madness. I gave something away for free and made millions of dollars. I want to let this sink in. I gave away something for free and made millions of dollars. Now, the millions part of that equation is because I had previous experience, right? Had this been my first time doing it, it would not have happened. But I can tell you, I have done this so many times in my career. For example, I'll look up just in case this still exists. I doubt it does. But just in case this still exists, I launched a course called, there's no way. No, there's just no way. It's since like 2014 or 13 or something. No, it ain't pulling up. I launched a course called Beginagram. Begin-a-gram, which was short for begin your Instagram, right? Beginagram. Like a Telegram, but Beginagram. So the idea was I want to show you how to get started as a beginner on Instagram. And so I think my training was like getting your first 2,000 followers or something like that. So what I did was I went on, I was not using Instagram at the time. This is like 2014. I was not using Instagram. So I jumped on Instagram and I was like, I need to get some followers. So I Googled, how do you get followers? How do you get Instagram followers? I saw some YouTube videos. I saw some articles. And all I did was I said, why don't I just repurpose this into a course? I mean, here's all, I'm taking notes. I'm over here taking notes. Why don't I just put my notes in a course? And so what I did was I bought a domain name called Beginagram. I put together a little course and said, hey, hi there. My name's Chris. I'm a beginner at Instagram. Kind of like an alcoholic thing, right? Like my name's Chris and I'm an alcoholic. My name's Chris and I'm a beginner at Instagram. So I'm actually going to be your teacher and trainer. Now you might be asking, why do you want to learn from somebody? Check out my account. It's only got 200 followers. So you might be asking, why do I want to learn from somebody who only has 200 followers? Well, let me tell you exactly why you want to learn from someone who only has 200 followers. Because I am going to 10x my followers to 2,000 followers. And I'm going to do it over this course. I'm going to do it using these strategies and I'm actually going to do it. And I also think as a beginner, I'll be able to relate to you. People that have hundreds of thousands of followers, do you really think they're going to be able to relate to you? Whereas I could relate to you. I've got a brand new account. I need to get it to 2,000 followers so I can help you get your first 2,000 followers. But most importantly, why you should listen to me, the most important part is the whole entire course is free. I'll just do the whole entire course for you for free. So there's absolutely no cost. That's why you should listen to me because I'm good at finding information. I'm good at sharing information and I'm going to be actually doing it myself so we could do it together. So if you are new to Instagram and you want to grow and you don't mind learning from a beginner for free, I'm glad to share this with you. Click the link below, join my membership site, and let's go on this journey together. Then what I did was right when they joined, I said, step 1, follow me on Instagram. How do you think I got my followers? I said, step 1, follow me on Instagram. And I was like, yeah, might as well get these people following me. And then I went in and I just put together trainings. All I did for the trainings was I took articles I found on blogs and I just copied and pasted them into Google Slides. Google Slides. Because I didn't have Canva. I copied and pasted them into Google Slides. And I would just narrate them. Hi there, Chris Record here. Today we're going to talk about growing your Instagram following. Step 1, set up your Instagram account. Based on HubSpot recommends you do the 3 following tips. You know, that's what I did. I just read the script and read the blog posts. So the whole thing, I didn't have to come up with anything original. I didn't have to do anything. I just repurposed it. It was free. Who cares, right? It's all free. But that course right there, I was able to start pushing that around. I was able to start marketing it and promoting it. That course ended up getting somewhere around 10,000 people opted into that course. I think it was around 10,000 people ended up joining that course for free. So now I had 10,000 free leads. And then what did I do with those leads? I put them on autoresponders. I emailed them everything I ever did from moving forward. And those 10,000 leads generated me somewhere around, I don't know, roughly between like 500, like maybe 300 to 500, 300 to $600,000. But that's my best guess. Multiple six figures, maybe $1 million if I really track back, but multiple six figures off of just being like, hi, my name is Chris and I'm a beginner at Instagram. So my point is, this model, the free model of giving stuff away for free works. I've been doing it for well over a decade. I gave away free Instagram training, put them into a course, and then emailed them all these affiliate offers, and they all bought, and then boom. I did the 90-day challenge, 50,000 people there. And then how many extra e-commerce products did I sell to those 50,000 people? All those 50,000 people went on an email list, so now I'm able to put them into autoresponders and sell them e-commerce products. I'm still making money to this day from both of those lists. First of all, let that blow you away. Hold on. Just stop for a minute. I gave away a free Instagram course in 2014. I gave away a free Shopify course in 2016. And I'm making money still to this day. By being able to, they're still buying stuff. You guys, affiliate marketing is crazy. I need you to see the 30,000 foot view. So how did I make $5 million? Easy. 50,000 people joined the group. And what I said was, hey, this whole entire challenge is free, but you need to have a Shopify account. All I did was I said, you need to have a Shopify account to be able to access it. That's it. But you can sign up for a Shopify account for free. So you can access this whole entire thing right now. And I'll give you a 30-day free trial just to make sure you have enough time to be able to really go through my content. So if you just click a button to sign up for a free trial right now, you'll get access to all this. And I would show them a little video showing them. So I go heavy on teaching. And then I go, hey, you want it all for free? Just sign up for this thing right here. Right? So all of those trials came in, right? Now, let's say out of those 50,000 people, I don't know. Let's just say there's like thousands of people that sign up for trials. Thousands and thousands of people. We were doing hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of paid trials per month. Per month. I mean, I think the $5 million for Shopify came over a course of like 100 days, inside of 3 or 4 months. So you got to imagine to get there, you're doing like $1 million a month, right? And if you're on if I'm on a tiered schedule where I'm making hundreds of dollars per trial that converts, for every person that pays 80, I'm making hundreds and hundreds in advance for every person that paid 80 back then. So it was massive. It was massive. Made millions and millions of dollars. Now, the last key piece is, where did I get those 50,000 people from? That's probably an important one, right? Okay, so before I get there, let's recap. What I did was I came up with an unbelievable offer, 90 days of free training on Shopify, all free. And then what I did was I put together a little page that said, we'll get you access, but you need to have a Shopify account. Click here to get your Shopify account first, and then verify it on the next step. Now, I didn't really have a way to verify it, right? I had an idea of how to verify it, but I was like, it's too much work. I'm just gonna let them in for now on the honor system, and then we'll figure out verification later. That's why I would have made, out of 50,000 people, I should have made a lot more money. But it was because we didn't have really a way to verify it. So we just said we're verifying it, and then I never got around to it. So really I just gave away the course for free, but if you don't have Shopify, you're gonna need it. And then what's the point of going through the course if you don't have Shopify? So it was just explosive. Now, where did I get the people from? I got the people from a variety of sources. However, some of the sources that worked really good for me were YouTube. YouTube, I made probably at least $1 million from YouTube. I know that sounds crazy to say. It's hard to exactly track it because I wasn't using the right tracking. But let's show you. Okay, let me see really quick. Let me pull this up. Let's go. Share screen. I'm not sharing it. Sorry. Okay, share screen and it's not sharing properly. Yeah, I got to share it properly. Share screen, 1 second. Sorry, guys. It's all right. I apologize to myself. There we go. Okay, that should work. Okay, so I told you about the Shopify wrap I did, right? And I guess I did 2 of them. I did another one too. But I also did stuff like this, right? $0 to $5,000 Shopify store training day 1. Now, this video did 484,000 views organically. Now, this video was massive.
$100 a month, an extra $5.
Look, for a video to organically do 484,000 views, 700 something comments, this one was massive. Now, at the time, it's changed now. Now it just says follow Chris Record. But at the time, I was promoting, when it first came out, I was promoting the Shopify Challenge. Look, day 2 did 118,000 views. So I think I did 5 days in a row of this Shopify training on YouTube. And I kid you not, it did like $1 million in sales. That's the part that really blew me away, was how powerful YouTube is if you can get hundreds of thousands of organic, like real views, if the algorithm, the gods of the algorithm will actually like you for the day. Now, how did I get hundreds of thousands of views? Well, I was vlogging every single day. So I was building up an audience during that time. But yeah, like this stuff is crazy. This video is actually really good too. Oh, there, it shows me at Shopify. Yeah, it shows me at Shopify headquarters.
Decades ago, we've remixed it, we've redone it.
That's all Shopify headquarters. This is the house I was living in. Yeah, so it kind of goes in and it just talks about, like on this video, I'm building a store. I just go in like vlog style and then I build a store. I show them how to find products on AliExpress. But this is all stuff I learned from other people. That's the other thing, is like, a lot of you think, oh, Chris, well, you must be a genius. It's like, actually, I'm just good at learning. Like I'm just a student who can actually turn around. So see, there we go. So this is where it happens. Look at this. About 9 minutes in the video, I start pitching. I start pitching for them to join the 90-day Ecom Challenge. And because I had such a big deal with Shopify, right? If I can get just 1,000 of these 484,000 people, if I get just 1,000 people to sign up, and I'm making, let's say, an average of $400 per transaction, that's $400,000. So you understand, sometimes this is super, super, super powerful. Now, why am I, let me kind of back off this. Why am I sharing this with you? Because what we've put together with Atlas, what we put together with the Internet Income System, is this reloaded, rebooted. That's what it is. 90 days of daily training, organized even better. Training that is on affiliate marketing, trains on internet marketing, organized better into academies, with agendas, with outlines. Those were just me going Facebook Live from my phone. These are from a set. We've got the same thing as that, but we have it even better. But instead of me, the one making all the commissions, this time I'm sharing all the commissions with you. So these models have made millions of dollars. That Shopify one was an example that did over $5 million. I think this has the ability to do even more than that. Just being honest. Now, I didn't just do it with Shopify. Let me keep moving. Let me tell you story number 2. Okay? Story number 2, OMG. I don't even remember what it stands for. It was like an SEO promotion. One man gang, maybe, something like that. OMG. I don't know. OMG. Now, what I did was I created something called OMG 300. Now, what OMG 300 was, it was like Spartan 300, right? It was this concept of what I wanted to do was I wanted to get 300 people to buy this affiliate offer. 300 people. So I came up, I said, that's the exact right amount of number that I want to hit for this promotion, 300 people. So I put together a list on a Google Doc and or maybe it was on a page or something. I put together a list and I called it OMG 300. I said, I'm looking for 300 people that want to join this program with me. And then what I did was for 10 days in a row, I went live every single day for 3 to 4 hours a day, probably 3 hours a day. Every single day for 10 days in a row without break, I went live for 3 hours a day. You could find me on and I went live, I think on YouTube or something, and I just embedded the video right there on the page. That's all it was. I went live on YouTube. I embedded the video right there on the page. Michael Crouch came out one of the days with me and spoke. So it was just one page, and every day just had a new video loaded on it, and I would drive everybody back to the same page. The page would basically have it was just like a Google Doc. It just would have information about the offer. All the replays would be there. The live stream would be embedded there. And then underneath it would have the list. Every time somebody would join, I would just add their name publicly to the list. And we filled all 300 spots. Now that offer was $8,000 was that program. It was an $8,000 program. Now, at the time, there was 2 ways to pay for that program. There was $8,000 up front, and then there was a payment plan. The payment plan was something like $699 a month or something like that. Something around that for like the year. Then it was like 1 year and then it's paid for. And here's the thing. What I wanted to do was I first wanted to start with the 8,000, and then on like days 9 and 10, then I would say, listen, whatever available spots there are, then we'll just do the payment plan. But most everybody just did the full pay. Craziest thing, right? I think I did around $2.2 million in sales, one of the top affiliates for that program. Now, for expectation, the amount of money I thought I was going to do on that promotion was around $400,000. That was what I thought. I had just done a webinar. I had just done a promotion for Anthony Morrison. It did $350,000. So to give you context, my promotions at the time are running between $100,000 to $300,000 per affiliate offer I'm promoting. $350 was one of my best ones. I promoted a thing called Mobile Opt-in by Anthony Morrison, did $350,000, and it was just mind-blowing. Everybody's like, wow, Chris, you're in the big leagues. Immediately following that, I do a promotion, and it does $2 million, right? The big difference was I led with massive free value every single day. When I promoted Anthony's, I just got people on a webinar, and then I just kind of introduced Anthony and let him pitch, and then I just hung out with people for a couple hours just being family. So this was different. I did 10 days of free training, and it converted 10 times better than my average promo. So I want you to consider some of this stuff. I want you to consider that this model of giving stuff away for free and then requiring that they do something in order to access the free thing. Like, here's all this stuff for free, but you've got to take this one step. It's super simple, whether that's signing up for a trial or signing up for something, then all this stuff over here is free. That's what we're doing. Okay, one more example, HempWorks. Now, HempWorks was a multi-level marketing company, and I really didn't want to be involved in MLM, okay? But they were paying me for all their music videos. I was performing at their I was doing concerts at their conference to thousands of people, and, you know, I had a list of 30,000 people at the time that I wanted to promote something to, and so I said, you know what, CBD's hot. This was 2018. I said, CBD's hot right now. CBD's hot. It's a topic. It's trending. And you always want to look for trends. And I said, right now, people are talking about CBD. Like, think about the last 5 years. Let me name some trends and tell me if you remember kind of when these were hot. CBD. Before CBD, it would be like probably like medical marijuana or something like that, like legalizing cannabis. And it was like, that was just kind of like a big, I don't smoke, by the way. I don't care if you are. This has got a pot leaf on it, but I don't smoke weed. And honestly, I don't even take CBD. I'm just a hypocrite. But I do have some CBD, and I give it to Mike. Mike, I hook you up with CBD, right? You got all my CBD. We got it. I think that's funny, but I just rock it because it's just like, to me, it's like this is more like a memory of like of a client deal. So CBD was hot. Some of the things have been hot over the last few years. You got CBD, you got NFTs, you got crypto, Dogecoin, you got AI. You know what I'm saying? We get in a bunch. But my point is like, just in the last 5 years alone, there have been like just massive amounts of energy on these different things at any one of these times. And if you can get good at being able to kind of see when the timing is hot about something and jump in with some offers, you can make a lot of money. It's a great way because the looking zone is really, really hot. You want to take advantage. Now, you're going to have some people online, like people on Facebook are going to make fun of it. Oh, I see all these people jumping over to the AI thing, or they're jumping over from the NFTs over to the AI, or they're doing this and that. Like, they're always going to make fun of the people, but those people that are always taking advantage of the trends, they understand marketing. They understand there's a looking zone, there's a window of opportunity, there's a looking zone, it's going to open, it's going to close. Let me get in, let me get in, let me capitalize on that trend, and then let me get out. You put on your blinders, you don't care what people say because you're going to make a lot of money. That's where people are going to make millions of dollars. And they're just going to be quiet about it. Like, make fun of me all you want. Right? I'm going to make millions of dollars in a trend. So with HempWorks, what I did was I said, I don't really want to just do an MLM promotion. I said, here's what I'll do. I'll create like a network marketing academy. And so what I did instead was I just created a bunch of training on network marketing. And then I just told people, hey, listen, I'm going to be applying this training into HempWorks. So if you guys are looking for an opportunity, here's all this network marketing training. You guys can get this. Just sign up for HempWorks so you can actually apply everything I'm teaching. This worked so well. Just creating a little network marketing academy worked so well that I made like $300,000 in commissions just by mailing that list a few times. My promotion lasted like 30 days, and I never promoted it again since. And I get paid every single month still residual income 5 years later off of something I did once for 30 days. So not only that, but like big people came out of the woodworks like, hey, Chris, I'm an affiliate marketer. I hate network marketing, but I actually think I could promote what you're doing. What you're doing actually looks really cool. I'm sure I can get some people on board. So it's interesting, you guys. These are 3 promotions. This one made like 5 million. This one did like 2 million. And this one did like 300 something thousand. Altogether though, because I did wraps and client deals, like 500,000. Now I do want to say all of this is gross income. I'm speaking in terms of gross income. So if you think, hey, Chris got 5 million, hit his little checking account, or go get his little debit card to spend that 5 million. That's not what we're talking about. I never got no 5 million in my checking account. That's not how it worked. Okay. It's all gross money. For context, at the time I was doing the Shopify promotion, I was also running a company that had 100 full-time employees, and that alone eats up a lot of money very, very quickly. I also, I ran a small team of like 6 people that we did full-time content creation. I was traveling around the world at the time. I was burning through money left and right. So 5 million sounds like a lot because you're thinking in terms of where you're at right now. If you had 5 million in the bank, that would sound good. Really, that 5 million came into a company. The company distributed it for operations, and then I didn't take any of it. And that promotion specifically, I just used a business credit card for whatever business expenses I needed, and then the company paid off the credit card. I didn't actually take any salary or anything from that offer, from that promotion. I used that to be able to fund my companies, basically. OMG, on the other hand, created some living expenses. That was pretty good. HempWorks, I think living expenses as well. All right, I just like being transparent. Sorry about that, guys. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to break down how this applies in the mountain structure, in the hierarchy structure. Okay, so there's this mountain up here, right? And up at the top of the mountain, whatever, there's like this kingdom, right? Oh, this is the worst. That's a castle. I guess if I put a flag or something, does it look like a castle? Okay, it's Noah's Ark on the top of a mountain during the flood. I get it. But it's supposed to be a castle? And I forgot what a castle looks like. Does a castle have like a little thing right here or something like that? Does that look more like a castle now? Or does it look like somebody's hand flipping you off? All right. Whatever this thing is, it's representative of something good that you want. And this represents you. And this right here is the ascension towards the thing you want, which could be anything you want. So the question is, how can you get there when it requires this ascent? The first and most important thing you got to do is you got to do reverse engineering. You got to do backwards movement. Start here and say, what exactly does this look like? Get clear about this message. Then what I want you to do is I want you to figure out, so what does this look like? And then I want you to put some like little markers. Like you're gonna build some little like wooden planks along the way so that you can rest a little bit on this journey. Okay? Something like this. Okay. You need some sort of markers, right? Now, these little markers, your ascent should never be from here to here. That's too big, it's too overwhelming, and everybody will just fail. Your ascent should be from here to here. These micro ascents are much more attainable and are going to get you to your goal a lot faster. So in the world of affiliate marketing, what I like to do is I like to figure out, what does this look like? And if this looks like this, then what does this look like? And this look like? And this look like? And this look like? And this look like? So essentially you're taking large goals and then you're segmenting them into very, very small, achievable micro goals. But you're actually assigning some real value to them, because goals don't work. If you said, I want to be a millionaire, that doesn't work because it's too vague. You might say, well, millionaire is specific. I want to generate 7 figures in income. Well, let's be specific. Are you talking gross income? Are you talking net income? Because right off the bat, that's way different. $1 million in gross, you might walk home with 50,000. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's totally different. I mean, I can show you right now how to generate $1 million. And if anybody wants to be a millionaire, have $1 million business. Do you know how easy it is to have $1 million business? There's products that you can get online right now that are so cheap that you could just give them away free plus shipping offers. You could just run ads right now on Facebook. Free plus shipping, you can have this item, a cooking utensil. Yeah, we're giving away 100 of them free plus shipping. And then you can give away, you can keep running that promo, I'll give away 10,000 of them. My point is, the amount of money that it'll cost you in the ad, the amount that you'll receive from shipping, because they're going to pay for shipping. So the amount of money you receive for shipping essentially pays for the cost of the ad and then the product. So you break even, because you're going to receive, let's say, $6.99 for shipping. The product going to be like $1.50, $2, and then the ad's going to cost another $5, right? So you're going to break even. So you won't make any money. But you'll easily be able to sell like $1 million like that. So it's one of those things where there's a lot of products that you won't really ever make any money on, but you'll probably be able to you'll probably be able to, or even a more expensive product, get there faster. There's lots of ways. So you'll be able to log into your Shopify store and show $1 million in sales. But maybe out of all of that, you worked your butt off and you maybe kept 10,000 of it, right? So there's lots of products that could do that. So we got to be very, very specific. What specifically are your goals? And is it gross or is it net? Or is it MLM? What do I say? Like an MLMer would say. Like somebody said, what does it mean to have a 7-figure business? And I said, there's 3 different ways that you can define this. I said, we need to define a 7-figure business. One person's going to say, it's a 7 figures net income. It got to be profit. Otherwise, 7-figure business has to be profit. Otherwise, not really a 7-figure business. Then there's somebody who's a little bit more realistic. It says, actually, the definitive definition would be 7 figures in gross sales to be a 7-figure business. Then an MLMer will come along and say, well, I made $2,500 in a day times 365-day forecast. I'm a millionaire, right? That's what an MLMer will do. They'll calculate out all the potential of money that they'll make, and then they'll start calling themselves a millionaire based on money they haven't made. And so the problem is that's what people do. People overcomplicate this whole entire journey. You need to get more specific. Now, what I would do is I would go off of gross income is the metric I would use. I would not use net income because everybody's net income is going to be different. And I think in the beginning, start with gross. So I would say from here to here, this should be a gross income goal. And gross doesn't mean like, ew, gross. It just means total. So whatever figure you have, let's say your figure is 10,000. I don't care if you lost money to get there. I don't care if it cost you $1,000 to make 10,000. If this goal right here is $10,000, then just set the goal at 10,000, total revenue collected. So perfect example. Let's say that this right here is the internet income system. You've connected a PayPal account. Okay, your goal needs to be X number of dollars that hits your PayPal or hits your Stripe account, period. I don't care if you bought from yourself. I don't care if you sold to your grandma. I don't care if you begged and pleaded a friend to join. I don't care how it got there. The point is that the first goal, you got to go easy on yourself. It's got to be a goal that is achievable, and it's got to be measured in gross. And you can't be worried about things like profit or expenses or how you got there. I don't care. You got to set a goal. Now, does it have to be 10,000? No, 10,000 might be too high, but you got to set a goal. Maybe it's 2,000, or maybe it's $2,000 more than whatever you've got in there so far, right? It's got to be something that's achievable, but easy enough. The reason why you want to focus on this, you might say, well, $2,000 at a time ain't going to get me up here to $1 million, right? But it actually does, because the hardest part is making the first chunk of money. The hardest part is getting to the point of figuring out how sales work and how to make sales. Once you do that, scaling actually becomes rapid. It becomes easy. For example, it took me 5 years to make my first $10,000, and then it only took me 30 days to make $20,000. And then it only took me 1 year later to have my first $100,000 month. How did I go 5 years not being able to ever break over $10,000 in a single month? 5 years of being full-time entrepreneur. 5 years, I could never make more than $10,000 a month, no matter how much I grinded. You guys see me now, but you don't see that struggle. That struggle of being a young entrepreneur who was broke. All my friends were going out snowboarding, we're going out surfing, we're going out to parties, girls, dates, all this clubs, drinking, alcohol, partying, lakes. And I was sitting there like, I was just grinding away trying to crack the money code. Because I was just at the time, I was just as obsessive. And I was addicted with trying to figure out how to make money. And I was a school dropout, and I was not very educated. I was not very smart. And so I was slow. I was a super slow learner at the time. Like, all my friends were learning so much faster than me. But when it came to computers, I think I had an edge over a lot of people because I was in the game early. A lot of people didn't have computers. So I kind of learned computer. I spent enough time where I had more advanced knowledge when it came to computers than a lot of my friends, and that really helped me. But I was a slow learner, just meaning I was kind of like I was a kid who didn't care about learning. That's all. I didn't care enough to learn. It wasn't that I was a dumb kid. I just had no motivation until it came to making money. Once I realized there was a way to make money, money became my motivation early on. It changed. But what I did was I spent all that time trying to get to $10,000, 5 years. Once I hit it, very next month, $20,000. Within a year, $100,000 in a single month. Okay? So it doesn't look like this straight up. Now, I will draw this out on another page just because I think it's an important thing. This is more like what it actually looks like, right? So your trajectory so your trajectory is not just a straight line, okay? So we're going to just draw a straight line. Okay, and we're going to draw it up to like right here. Okay, this is what people think it is. This is what they think business is. They think business is this way. This is not how business works. Okay? Business works more like this. Okay? This is more realistic right here. Now, this, a lot of people, I call this the S-curve because it usually S is out at the top, right? So the S-curve goes a little something like this, and it kind of starts to look like a snake. Okay, notice it went below the line, by the way. This is more realistic. People think they're going to start off and start making money. I'm just like, why not be more honest with ourselves? Look, there's plenty of gurus out there that are just going to hype you up to buy products from them. I would rather set realistic expectations so that we're not let down by reality when reality smacks us upside the face. The reality is, in the beginning, things usually cost money and time, and we're not making money. So it takes us a while before we even break even. This is actual real business, right? And I wish somebody explained it to me, because when I got started, I thought, oh man, I want to be a millionaire. And I just thought it was going to look like this. And then I got humbled by reality that it didn't look like that. And this took me 5 years when I thought it would take me 5 months. I thought for sure by summer, I'm going to be making 10 grand a month. And then I was like, for sure by Christmas. And then I was like, all right, that wasn't my year. Next year is my year, best year ever. You know what I'm saying? This was like my routine for like 5 years, man. 5 years. I went through that best year. This is, oh, come on, best year ever, best year ever, best year ever. But here's what people don't realize. Once I broke even, it was not slow growth. It was hyperbolic. It was parabolic, right? It just goes like crazy, right? So once I hit 10,000, it was super easy to get to 20,000. Then it was super easy to get to 30,000, 50,000, even 100,000. Then I never made less than 6 figures for the rest of my life. Never again did I ever make less than 6 figures. Every year was either 6 figures, 7 figures, or 8 figures. So here's the big question I'd ask first. Was this worth it? Was this worth it? 100%. Now, hindsight is 2020. Would I go back and change a few things? Yeah. Dumb Chris, dumb. Whoa. Finally, I hit my head against the wall long enough that my ears finally popped out and I started listening and thought, oh, I should actually do what the successful people are doing instead of trying to be a tough guy and doing it all my own way. Now, this learning curve was needed for me personally because I dropped out of school. So because I was a high school dropout, I had to go through learning how to learn. So this was like 5 years of like learning how to learn, and that was so hard. I had to become motivated to read books. So for example, when I started here, I had never read a book in my life. In my whole entire life, I made it to about, this X for me represents when I was about 20 years old. I made it all the way to age 20 without ever having read a book. Like I had read pieces of books, but I never read a book, like actually start a book and finish a book. And my sister read books, my mom read books, my dad read books. They always had books. They would be sitting around in chairs reading books. I thought, well, that's dumb. Like who in their right mind is going to sit in a chair and read a book? God, some grandma and grandpa type stuff, right? That's how I thought as a kid, right? I just thought, why would I do that? When I could be playing video games, I could be playing with friends, I could be out skateboarding, I could be watching a sports game. Reading a book sounds like easily like last on my list, okay? And then you're like, well, you need it for school. Well, I proved you didn't need books for school because you could always just quit like I did. I was a quitter. Okay, so anyways, I didn't go to school, so I ended up not reading books. At age around 20, when I first got started multi-level marketing, the first book I got my hands on was a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad cover to cover. I actually ended up rereading that book numerous times in my life. Every time that I fell off the reading bandwagon, I would always go back and read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I'm not even saying Rich Dad, Poor Dad was a great book. I mean, it's not about that. Right now, there's a book that I read. Whenever I fall way out of the reading pattern, I read the same book over and over and over, and I've read it 30 times. Easy. It's a book called Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. It's just a science fiction book about kids who go to space. But if I'm ever out of the reading game, I know I'll just read that same book again. And I know that I'll get through it. And I know once I get through it, then I'll be itching to read. Like now I got a habit going again. Now I'm in the habit of daily reading and then I'll read again, right? So Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Once I started reading, I started getting my hands on The Magic of Thinking Big, Think and Grow Rich, da-da-da. Now look, if you just look around, even right here, I don't know if you guys can see all these, but like there's just books everywhere. Just everywhere. In fact, like even, we were just talking about the Morrison brothers. There's Anthony Morrison's got a book right here. That's his book, right? I got friends. That's what's cool. It's like, not only that, like here's Peter, my friend Peter. Peter Vu, 6 figures, 6 months to 6 figures. So now I can come in here, and this is just a small section. I got a whole entire library. Mike knows there's boxes and boxes and boxes, hundreds and hundreds of books. Because that was my school. My school was this learning curve. So I looked at it as, okay, I'm not going to beat myself up for my lack of success. The same way that a student invests into college gets a degree, gets out and gets a job, but now they have student debt, school debt, right? Student loans. So now they're going to be working that job and they're always going to have a payment, whatever, $100, $200 a month, whatever it is. I don't really know because I never had a student loan, but a couple $100 a month, whatever, that they like pay for life, I guess, right? Is that how student loans work? A few $100 a month for life, probably. So I honestly don't know. Never really got into it. So that's what I figured this was like. Okay, I accumulated some debt. I got in some debt. Things were not as good as I thought they were. But when I get here, okay, this is equivalent to me having graduated school, figured out that I can get the job and make it work. So now let's just accept this debt and let's rise. Once I accepted this and took personal responsibility over it and felt good about it, felt like it was necessary, then I was able to shoot up. Had I held this burden with me, I would not have been able to. So for example, let's say that I get to the point where finally I'm in a position to actually make some money. Atlas comes around, Internet Income System comes around. It's the perfect timing. It's with the right mentor. I'm going to get daily training. Everything is exactly what I've been waiting for. But if I don't have peace with where I'm at with my past and my previous things, if I don't create some peace there, I can't drag that with me into this future thing and expect to be successful. I'll just keep going down here. This will just be another loss, guaranteed. So you have to be at peace. So what I did was I made peace with myself. This right here, this 5 years was with a network marketing company that was a spin-off of a company called Amway. It was a company called Quickstar, which was like a spin-off of a company called Amway, which is a big multi-level market, like $1 billion multi-level marketing company. So Quickstar, I was in Quickstar and I was doing meetings twice a week. I was at coffee shops showing the plan. I was showing the plan means like flipping through a chart, trying to get people to pay you money to sign up for a program. And I was going through the motion and I was a workhorse. I was working every single day on my business, but I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any friends with any money. And so I was contacting strangers. And so it just was a long, grueling, brutal thing. This was before you could just go online and market on social media. Like I'm just amazed at how simple it is now compared to what it was when I had to get started. When I got started, man, if I'm in line at a coffee shop and you even make eye contact to me, I'll be like, "What's up? Hey, my name's Chris. What's your name? Oh, right on. You come here a lot? Oh yeah, this is my favorite coffee shop. I'm here usually 3-4 times a week. Well, what do you do for a living? You on work break right now? Oh, really? You're in construction? Oh man, that's awesome. My friend Steve's in construction. Yeah, he's a builder. So what do you do in construction? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you lived here a long time? And this is my life, bro. This is my life. Was just having random conversations with random strangers, usually men that looked like they had money. You know, because if I'm talking to a woman, she's gonna think maybe it's, something besides business. And I was just sick and tired of talking to kids, man. You talk to college kids, high school, you can talk to kids like 18, 19, 20. They're all excited and they got no money. So if I ever talk to a kid, the whole conversation was like, "Oh, really? What do your parents do for a living?" "Oh, that's cool. Your parents." "Yeah, about your parents." "Oh, really? Your mom's a teacher. Your dad's." "Oh, got it. Yeah. Hey, I actually work with a successful construction guy. He's actually looking to expand his business and he's got an opportunity, blah, blah, blah." And I'd be like, we should exchange numbers. I'll get your parents in contact. I'd be skipped straight to them with their parents. But just imagine a young 20, 21-year-old kid grinding it out, just doing anything to try to make money, to try to do sales, try to do something. And then finally, I had to make amends. And I believed that opportunity. And I said, you know what? I'm done. It's been 5 years. I'm going to leave this. Now, leaving network marketing is like leaving a cult. So it was hard. But I left. Okay, I had to literally move 3 hours out of the city in order to leave, by the way. That's how big of a cult it was. I left. And then I said, now, let me just focus on internet marketing. Now I'm like 23, 24, whatever. This is like 2003. And now I'm like, let me focus on internet marketing and affiliate marketing. And all of this experience, I had no idea, was going to make me great. It was going to make me great. But in order to do that, I sat down with my friend George and I'm like, look, I have no problem with what just happened over the last 5 years. It was like we got sucked into a room and we spun around in this room for 5 years and we came out. We're like, where are we? What happened? That's what it felt like. It felt like we lost 5 years of our life. But at the same time, I said, I have no regrets because I'm reading books. I'm listening to tapes. I've been practicing public speaking. I have no fear. I've done sales. I got all these experience. I got all these skills. It was like school. Because I accepted that, I didn't care that I was in debt. I just said, all right, let's go and let's put this into work. Boom. So the reason I'm saying this is that you guys need to understand this. You guys need to understand. Some of you are here. Some of you are here. And this is not a fun place to be. And I've been there. And it's even harder as an adult, right? It's a little bit more humbling as an adult. When you're in your 20s, you got the excuse of being in your 20s, okay? When you're in the 30s, starting to kind of be like, come on, you know you could do better. Once you get in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, you're like, probably thinking like, where did I go wrong? What decisions did I make early on in my life that got me in a position where I'm finding myself here, right? But you got to really think this through. You got to think, okay, I'm starting something new. This something new is going to have a curve. This curve has no time limit. See, I put no time. This might be 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. I don't know what your curve number is going to be. For me, it was 5 years. But once you hit this, you're going to take off. Now, how does this relate to affiliate marketing? So your trajectory, it goes back to this page before. Think about this S-curve trajectory, right? Now, if we were to apply that S-curve here, your trajectory is going to look a little bit something like this, okay? See this S-curve? That S-curve kind of looks like this. It's going to feel like, instead of just a straight climb, you're going to try, and it's going to actually fall. But eventually, you'll get there. And see, it's actually here. Eventually, you'll get to that same spot. And then, look at how quickly you'll get to this same spot. It's just straight uphill. It's just straight upward momentum. So this S, the black one, represents the actual S-curve. And you can look it up what an S-curve is. The reason it goes back to an S at the top is because eventually it can't go up forever. Eventually you're going to plateau again. And usually the reason people plateau there is that they get comfortable at a higher level. That's the main reason. So at least it's a good problem to have. Like, I'm pretty sure if you're making, okay, for me, for example, like promoting all these residual offers, once you do all these residual promotions, you take a little bit of time off, and it's like you could really just take the whole year off, right? And it's like, well, I could either grind another year, but do I deserve some time off? And so, like, you'll plateau. Like during COVID, I just took like almost all of COVID off. So you'll go like this, and then something will happen in your life. Either the business will shift, like for me with SEO, this right here, Google shifted the algorithms, and then I had to it's topped out. So everything's going to top out at some point. Most common is going to be because you've simply reached a point where you don't want to work as hard. This was so hard that you want to kind of like enjoy it a little bit more. And that's okay. So once you do that, you have to get creative, and you have to basically create something new and keep creating something new and keep S-curving your way up. So for example, we talk about network marketing. In the network marketing industry, what they'll do is when the company gets momentum and it gets really big and it starts to top out, they'll create like a new product. They'll create a new product line, a new product, they'll hype everybody up, and they'll try to create another new S-curve. So eventually it just becomes a series of S-curves. Your whole entire business becomes a series of S-curves, or as Kyle says, the snake tail gang. The snake tail gang. Snake tail gang. Kyle, it ain't rolling off the tongue. Snake tail gang. Snake tail gang. Nah. Someone come up with a better name. Come on, someone top Kyle's name in the comments. Instead of snake tail gang, you got to come up with something better. Okay? So we are we're the snake syndicate. I don't know. Top that one. We're the S-curve. We're the S-curve cartel. We're the S-curve cartel. All right. So anyways, this is realistic. Now, when it's applied to affiliate marketing, okay, this goal, you want to set a dollar amount right here. Okay. This dollar amount should be gross income. Okay. Your first dollar should be gross income. Make it something achievable, that's realistic, that you can get to, and make it gross. I don't care if you lost money getting there. It's got to be a goal that you can hit. Then what I would do is I would set the same goal, but make it net. This same goal, but make it net income. Net income just means I'm not talking net income of your debt, because this debt, student debt, somebody has a job, they're not going to spend all their money on paying off their student debt. They're going to simply manage that debt over a period of time. So what I mean by net over here, so this would be gross, and this would be net, okay? And I'll let you determine the figures, but make it low enough that it's achievable. So maybe this one right here is like $2,000. And then maybe this one's like $2,000 in net income. These two goals have to be achievable. You got to get some little wins. So the idea is when you're promoting an affiliate offer, start with something basic. Start with the internet income system, connect your Stripe, and say, I just want to see $2,000 in my Stripe so I can hit this goal. $2,000 in my Stripe account. I don't care if I put it in. I put it in there. I don't care. Hit the goal. You got to hit the goal. I don't care how it got there. If it ended up in your Stripe account, I don't care if it was a mistake. If it hit your Stripe account, you hit your goal. Because the Stripe account becomes the goal. The goal just becomes that money hit the Stripe account. That's it. Once you get that, because that way that allows for anything to maybe have happened. Once you hit that, then take the same number, in this case 2,000 gross, and make it 2,000 net. The net should just be your monthly expenses. This should be $2,000, should be just the expenses that you incurred since this one. So what I would do is I would say, okay, $2,000 hit, check that off. Okay, let's say that was the 31st day of the month. Starting the first day of the month, you got to get 2,000 more. But now, any expenses that you have during that 2,000, offset it. So for example, and so what I'm saying, any previous expenses don't. So from the day you hit your first goal, you now begin the journey of your second goal. But any expenses, like you have $20 a month comes out for the builder, that's an expense. Maybe you're paying a high level fee, $100 a month on high level, expense. So you're already minus 120 towards your 2,000 goal. And your goal is to get to 2,000 actual net. Net means the version of net I'm giving is after expenses, but only relevant expenses to your business. Don't count like your phone as an expense. Don't count. I'm not talking like that. I'm talking like the most basic expenses, which are directly, what did it cost you specifically to make that $2,000? So if it cost you $500 to make it, or if it cost you $1,000 to make it, then that means you grossed $3,000, spent $1,000 to get there in order to make $2,000. So anyways, that's your next one is net. Then now you've learned how to be able to manage net goals. So then what I would do is I would add just a little bit and go net again. So what I would do is I'd add like another dollar sign. So if it was 2,000 net and you hit it, meaning you actually made 2,000 in profit after expenses, then what I would do is I'd start fresh and I go, okay, now I want to go for 5,000 net. And so you might have to spend 10,000 to make 5,000. And you might say, well, hold on, if I spend 10 and make 5, that's a loss. No, watch how this works. Okay, this is what expense look like. So in this example, let's spend 10,000 and earn, let's say, net 5,000. So in the chat right now, if I want to spend 10,000, but I want to net 5,000 after expenses, then how much money do I need to actually make? Right? So gross, this chat got it right? You guys? Look at the chat. Everybody got it right in the chat. I want to make sure our math is right here. Okay? So your goal is to spend as much as possible, right? Because if you're running at a profit, you should be spending as much as you possibly can. This parabolic growth curve, you should be reinvesting to get there. So if I want to net, if my goal is to net 5,000, which it is, this is my second goal right here, right? My goal here, let's say, is to net. I've already grossed 2,000. I've netted 2,000, and now I'm going to net 5,000. I could spend 10,000 to get there. But if I spend 10,000, then I got to gross 15,000. So it's just simply like this. You're going to spend 10,000. It's going to make 15,000. So you're going to basically be profitable 5,000 off that, because the first 10,000 is going to reimburse your cost. So if you spend 10 and you make 15, 10 goes right back into the credit card payment, credit card bill. Now, in order to be able to scale that way, you're going to have to get some experience. Next week, we're going to do paid advertising. So the whole week is going to be about paid ads. But the idea is now you hit this $5,000 goal. So now you're able to get 5,000, and we're able to check this one off. So check, check, check. And the problem here is you might think, okay, I went from 2,000 gross to 2,000 net to 5,000 net. My next goal should be 10,000. Now here's where you're wrong. Parabolic growth, S-curve growth, that becomes too easy. Now that you've done 5,000 in net, you actually grossed 15,000. And you might have done that in a month or a week. Now the goal is too small. So you're going to go from something like from 5,000 net, you're going to automatically go to like 20,000 net. So now net, everything should be net, 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 net. Now, just because your goals are net doesn't mean that's what you're sharing. Never share your net goals with people. I don't want to say never, but selectively share your net goals with people. So what I mean by that is there's two reasons why you share something. Reason number one is to inspire other people, right? To try to lift up and motivate or inspire people. So if you go in the Facebook group and you want to share your win, you just made $1,000 and you want to share it, don't go in there and say, hey, I just made $1,000. Oh my God, it's so exciting. You know, I spent $1,200 to make it, so I'm actually at minus $200. What you did was you just took a win and you dumped on yourself, and then you just dumped on other people. You just came in there and you demotivate other people. In that case, your results will vary. Just because it took you, let's say, $1,200 to make that $1,000 sale because of your learning curve, doesn't mean that it will for them. So for you to uninspire them off of something that of a mistake that you made along your learning curve, it doesn't work. So in the case of like the group, you want to share gross income to the group. Okay? Don't share net income to the group, share gross income goals to the group. Net income is a lot more private, okay? Your actual expenses that you spend on business are more your business. Like, I don't need you to go onto the group and tell everybody, okay, here's a detailed accounting of my monthly subscriptions that I have on various platforms and my credit card statement. I'm going to go ahead and post this all for everybody. No, keep that to yourself, because it's not anybody else's business and it doesn't send the right message. So there's a period for gross. Now, where is the period for net? The period for net absolutely is with your accountant or your bookkeeper or your QuickBooks. Oh man, you do not want to go ahead and put gross numbers in there. Yeah, of course you got to put your gross, but once you get into your own accounting, you want as many expenses as possible, because you actually pay taxes on what's left after expenses. So you want to deduct as much as possible. I'm not like anti-tax, but I'm pro being smart about taxes. So I'm not anti-tax. I'm not like full libertarian, let's abolish the IRS. Although I'm not, I guess I wouldn't be against that. I would be more for a flat tax, but I don't want to get political. Because I just think a flat tax because it'd just be so much simpler. But as long as they're not going to have a flat tax and they got a tax code, and the wealthy people pay people to learn that tax code, then I think we should act like them. We should act like wealthy people, and we should figure out that tax code and use it to our advantage. So the reason I would say gross in the group, and then I would say net on your books. And also you might want to put a disclaimer that says, now look, obviously this is gross income. Obviously I did have some expenses on this as well. I didn't get to keep it all, but it's still a nice milestone to have reached. I don't mind that kind of transparency. Just don't be detailed with your expenses, because that's just not going to serve anybody, and you're defeating the purpose of sharing in the first place. Now, let's get to the castle. So what's it going to take to actually get to this castle? You're not going to get to the castle as the person that you are right now. So this journey that your character is going on with all these goals, this journey changes you significantly every step along the way. Okay? Let's take a look at Mike Nolan. You guys can't see him, but he's sitting in a chair right now. And he's sitting here probably halfway watching, halfway maybe changing cameras every once in a while. I say that, and he goes to switch it. Look at that. He's like, dang, caught slipping. He wasn't switching. Okay, so let's take Mike, for example. Mike's a friend. He's a person. I think we'd stay friends regardless of his change in his financial situation. But if Mike had $1 million in cash put into his bank account right now, that would change it. No, I'm not saying for the worse. I'm just saying, go test it. Feel free to test him right now. Put $1 million in his account. Let's see what happens. Mike, you opposed to that? You opposed if someone puts $1 million in an account just to test you out? He's open to you guys testing him out if you guys want to put $1 million in there. He's willing to take the test, see if he's a changed man. I'm betting he's a changed man. Money changes you. Even just getting a raise changes you, or getting a new job changes you. You know, if you used to make $13 an hour, now you make $25 an hour, you are a changed person. Your lifestyle changes, your choices change, your options change, your freedoms change, your confidence change, your belief changes. A lot of things about you change. Just getting a raise at work, it could be a confidence booster, okay? The reality, but if you guys really want to test him out, Mike is open to a $1 million deposit just for the sake of the experiment to see if he's a changed man or not. I think it'd be fun. Any takers? So the story that I want to wrap up with here is just simply this. Money will change you. Winning will change you. And it doesn't mean for the worse. I think some of you probably actually for the worse. I'm not going to lie. We all know people that you give them a little bit more money and yeah, they change. But I think this is a pretty good community, and I think most of us will change for the better actually. So as you go through this journey, I want you to remember something. You will not stay this person. You will not stay this person. You will absolutely become a new person each way up the way. So the castle, for me, this is like the ability to be able to do $1 million promotion. I don't know. The castle, I think a good range for that castle is $1 million, but it could be $100,000 if you really want to just kind of make it go easier on yourself. But at this point, this is going to sound crazy. I would go back to gross. At this point, I'd go back to gross income. I would start at gross goals. Then I would move to net just to make sure that you're understanding how to get a business profitable. Once you kind of build that habit and understand how to get a business profitable, you don't need to keep learning that lesson like all through your life. Now, at this point, then go back to big numbers. Because at the end of the day, gross numbers are going to motivate you more than anything. They really will. Gross numbers, like I'm telling you, I've been doing this a long time, and I pretty much only look at gross numbers now. Now, do I spend that money? No. I don't live off of gross numbers because I just think then I'll burn through everything. I'm living in a little apartment right here doing this. I'm in an apartment. I'm frugal. I don't even have a car right now. I had a car, gave it to Mike because he got a little baby coming. I thought they could use an extra car. So right now, look, I'm frugal. Don't get me wrong. I could be living a lot more lavish right now if I want to, but I'm in the season right now of getting the bag and teaching and being, what's the right word? Like being more meek, more humble, more serving, more giving, more empathetic, I'm in the season of like, I do want to stack my own bags, but in order to stack my bags, it's less about making more money and it's more about keeping more money. So for me, it's more about keeping the money I make. I've never really had a problem making money. I just always spend it. So for me, it's more like keeping the money, which just kind of means just live a little bit below your means, Chris. You can do this for a little while and just humble yourself. But this season is about you, at least for the remainder of this year for sure. It's just all about you guys. So that's the season I'm in. Because I'm in that season, it allows me to be able to just be here every single day for you guys during this journey. So let me kind of give you some thoughts about this. Over the next, this is concluding week 1, which is the Affiliate Marketing Academy. 5 days, a couple hours a day on average, maybe a little bit less than a couple hours. Roughly 9 to 10 hour course, right? Now, this academy is going to be put into a sales page that you guys can use to promote to give away. But it's going to get so much more detailed. This first one, we were just kind of like off the cuff. Now, moving forward, we've gone as far as planning. We've got slides. We've got things we're going to share. It's just, this first one was just like getting the ball rolling. Now it's going to get very, very detailed. And these things are going to be very, very big things. And I just want to tell you guys all this. Take notes. One thing that you're going to be learning from me is that if you take notes, you can make money. If you can get good at taking notes, you can get good at making money. It doesn't matter whether I'm talking, doesn't matter whether I'm sharing my screen, doesn't matter whether I'm writing something on a whiteboard, doesn't matter whether I'm telling a story or telling a strategy. There is a way to condense that information and package it up and give it away for free in exchange for a lead, and then to put the lead through the funnel, get the sale, upgrade, build lifetime value. At the end of the day, for most of you, it's going to start with this concept of note-taking. Get good at taking notes. Get good at figuring out how to condense these messages. I just want to be able to talk for a couple hours. I want you guys to be able to go in there and condense this information and then go out there and share it with people. And it's going to be crazy how big that simple skill of note-taking is going to take you. Okay, so I feel like it's only uphill from here. I feel 100% we got our first academy out of the way. I gave myself a lot of harsh feedback on it. For example, I was doing a million things during this academy. I never got more than 4 hours sleep this whole week just because of a bunch of other stuff I'm doing. I think that I brought, maybe like 70% of my capabilities, but I never bring 100. I always save a little bit of room for improvement. But I'd probably 70% out of 100. That's what I'm gonna give myself for this academy. So my goal is to top the academy every single week, to progressively just get better and better and better. So if you enjoyed these 5 days, I feel like I can bring it so much more. I feel like I could get more organized, provide more resources, provide checklists, provide notes, provide homework assignments, and all this kind of stuff. Now, I will end with one homework assignment real quick for everybody, and it's going to be the last thing I'm going to say, then we're going to wrap it up, okay? Can you all do this? Do me a favor. Homework assignment. Homework assignment. Okay, the homework assignment is going to be to share the notes in a summarized version, share notes summary in the FB group. Now, I'm going to pull up the post just to make sure we're all on the same page. Share your notes in the FB group. So I'll pull it up, and then we got to wrap, you guys. We're at the top of the hour, so this is going to be the last thing I'm going to share. Let's pull it up. Hold on, I got it here. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to show you guys where I want you to post it. Okay, let me share. Okay. It's not working. Is it sharing, Mike? Is it, can you see it, Mike? Okay, let me improve them. Okay. Inside of the Atlas group here. So inside of this group, every single time we do an academy, so look, these are the normal posts like this for all the different tabs. There's one for questions, wins, whatever, Atlas Oath. But there's one for the Affiliate Marketing Academy. Every time we do an academy, it'll have basically the name of the academy. This is the official post to share all things related to this academy. So if you're watching this on demand, what I want you to do right now, today, if you can, find this post in the Facebook group and share your notes and feedback. So I want you to share as though other community members are going to be reading. So here's what I would do. I would share like key takeaways from this 5-day course, what you liked about it. I want these to be positive, not like negative feedback. What did you like about it? What did you like most about it? What were some of your favorite key takeaways? Share some of your notes in a summary. I'm not talking like write a book in there. Just share, like here's some of my main takeaways, and actually share some of the key things that you've learned. Take time to write up a post in here. You just go down here and comment. So for example, Elizabeth right here. From day 4 when Chris said, don't own things, control things, I was floored. Then out of idea of my owning my business made all sense. So they're sharing something to help them. I want you to go in and do that. And I also want you to engage with the other members. This is what I want to do during the week. During next week, we're going to do this every day. But at the end, your homework assignment is always to go in there and share, literally share all your biggest takeaways. Here's why. New people are going to be joining this group. Okay? Look, new people are going to be joining Atlas and they're going to be going through these videos for the first time, they're going to be joining that group for the first time, keep that thread alive. Just show them when they read that, they're like, oh my God, this is the greatest academy. This is the greatest community. That's how we can help each other. So do it for the newest person that has never made $1 online, that just joined Atlas Academy and has no idea what they're doing yet. And they just see this community that's just sharing so much value. I want somebody to be able to read through the comments and get inspired, literally get inspired by your words. That is your homework assignment, because I want you to get good at taking notes and sharing that feedback. So with that being said, that concludes week 1, the Affiliate Marketing Academy. Next week, we're doing Paid Traffic Academy. And then the week after that, we're doing faceless content. Then we're doing AI. Then we're doing list building. We're doing email marketing. We're doing all kind of copywriting. We got so many academies coming every single week, dropping knowledge to you 5 times a week, 2 hours a day. Your host, Chris Record, here to serve and support everybody inside of Atlas. Special thanks to Mike Known for making this week happen, even while he's got a baby shower tomorrow. He's got planning for that. And he just moved during all this. And he went to the ER this in the middle of the week. And he had to go to the dentist on top of that in the middle of the week. And the DMV, which is worse than all of that combined. So props to Mike Known for being the man. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. Take care.
To the P, Hempworks pumping at that pure CBD, ready to make an entrance. We back on top. Chris Record, show 'em what you got.
Somebody give me the microphone first so I could talk about this oil. Josh and Jenna got together, now you know we in trouble. Cause ain't nothing but CBD, baby. Take drips of the peppermint daily. Hempworks is the company that pays me. Drip, dripping, boy, we don't really vape this.
Yeah.
But back to the product at hand.
What's up?
The purest CBD that you can find up in the land.
But what about the THC?
CBD won't get you high because it's not a psychoactive. Look, you never know, you could be helping your pets by giving them drips and at the same time earning your check. No need to panic cause it's all organic. Healthy people, healthy pets, and a healthy planet. Hemp works now, push it through your network. Like clockwork, flip the drip and grow your net worth. No guesswork, give me the mic and I'm like a professor. Teaching a class, ranking them up fast, breaking a record. Man, they trip and they trip and they trip and they don't know about the benefits of hemp and they don't understand the difference it brings to us. Keeping it safe, keeping it legal with no side effects. Well, I'm dripping and I'm dripping and I'm dripping. Feeling smooth, feeling blessed, I keep earning these commissions.
Okay.
CBD has got me free. I'm just dripping about the bottle with or without the THC. It's the capital AG into the B, DERIVED. Cannabidiol, indisputable, irrefutable, indescribable.
Hold up. Cannabidi what?
Cannabidiol, aka CBD. It's one of the compounds found in a cannabis plant.
You mean cannabis like marijuana?
No, man. CBD is hemp-derived, meaning it doesn't get you high. Check it out. Did you know the first American flag was made from hemp?
Really?
It's true. And did you know the Declaration of Independence was drafted on hemp?
Actually, no I didn't.
Yeah, man. And you can make over 25,000 products with hemp, including CBD oil. In fact, check this out. New estimates show that the CBD market could hit $22 billion by the year 2022.
Now you've got my attention.
Simply put, hemp is safe, hemp is friendly, and hemp works. Nowadays, everybody getting banned by the money that's spent on legalized hemp, but they all want in. They want a piece of the trend, man. Even the government is cashing in. Hemp works, baby, where the action is. Everybody else just a fraction of this, but the passionate wins, so we helping our friends with a chance to earn one of our massive checks. Last week, I was walking by when I caught a guy dripping CBD up in the parking lot. I walked up to him and asked him if he thought it was okay or not. He pulled out a card, put it in my face, then he asked if I'm a time traveler. I said, how bizarre. Why? He said, cause you acting like it's 2004. One drips, you can get it at the store. The benefits, yeah, it's medicinal, and everywhere you go, you see the young and the old. Drip, 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 dripping on CBD oil. So quit tripping with your difficult self. Get dipping with your style hypocritical. We all individuals coming with a unified voice, evidence, and it's all indisputable. CBD, hottest trend in the industry. When it's hemp derived, man, we don't get high, but we get good vibes instantly. So I drip daily, and I'm loving the effects lately. There's no way that you can fake these. Pass me another tincture, please. So from here on out, I'ma make some noise, educate them about the phytocannabinoids, and I'ma raise my voice and let the people know that hemp works is my daily choice. Nowadays, everybody getting banned by the money that's spent on legalized hemp, but they all want in. They want a piece of the trend, man. Even the government is cashing in. Hemp works, baby, where the action is. Everybody else just a fraction of this, but the passionate wins, so we helping our friends with a chance to earn one of our massive checks. Nowadays, everybody getting banned by the money that's spent on legalized hemp, but they all want in. They want a piece of the trend, man. Even the government is cashing in. Hemp works, baby, where the action is. Everybody else just a fraction of this, but the passionate wins, so we helping our friends with a chance to earn one of our massive checks.